up? What up? Welcome back, y'all. Episode 18 of our podcast. You heard what I said. I am JP. As always, I got my brothers with me, Dwight and Latif. What up?
What up? We legal now.
Yes, that's true. 18. We out here. Like always, we always want y'all to continue to like and subscribe and comment and share with your peoples because we got to continue to grow this thing. But we want to set this one off with something that recently happened in the news with Nipsey Hussle's estate coming to a settlement with the Crips LLC, which is not to be confused with the notorious street gang Crips. Over the slogan, the marathon.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's confusing. Like, but that's in the article that we read. They said the Crips LLC is not affiliated with the notorious street gang, the Crips, right?
Supposedly, yes. Take them at their word.
Okay. Yeah. So now
it was actually Nipsey's lawyer and the people that were suing his estate that was in the litigation that said that they weren't. So it wasn't like it was somebody from the Crips that said that. So maybe he's telling the truth.
Yeah, and according to that site, it doesn't mention anything about the Crips, really.
Yeah. I mean, he probably couldn't for liability purposes.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, regardless if the Crips LLC is associated with the Crips gang or not, why did they try to trademark that slogan to begin with, knowing, I guess it was Nipsey, so to speak? Like,
yeah, according to the article, they've been going through this since October of the year that Nipsey died. I think Nipsey died maybe March or April.
End of March, yep.
Yeah, 2019.
Yep.
So they trademarked this. I mean, his brother Black Sam been going back and forth with Crips LLC since October of 2019 about the trademark continue. Mm-hmm. And it's just wild that, and like when you hear it, it's funny because you heard like, hold up, Crips LLC. And the first thing you hear is, first thing you think about is like, hold up, the gang trademarked their name? Like, it didn't seem like that was a smart thing at first.
Right.
And then you think about all the, rappers and other people that are false flagging talking this Crip stuff.
Yeah.
Or Crips, you know what I'm saying? You think, well, damn, maybe it was a good idea to do that. But it just seemed crazy or just strange that they were, they trademarked the Crips name. And then Teef was saying that they got products and stuff now, like that they sell in the Crips name. And that, John.
Yeah, on their website, their official website, cripsllc.org. They have merch. And under merch is drinks, which include Blood Cola and Cripicola.
So the Crips LLC has Blood Cola and Crip Cola. Okay.
Now, which leads me to think this isn't owned by the Crips, or anybody might even look like us.
Do the Bloods get a piece of the Blood Cola? Like how that work?
Does the street gang get a piece of the Bloods Cola?
Yeah. How does that work? Is there Bloods LLC?
I mean, there's a phone number here, but
you call and speak to Heather. She'll tell you all about the Crip LLC.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Heather and Laird.
So, but the tagline's still on their website. The first one is "No one can destroy our culture," and at the bottom it says "The marathon continues."
Wow.
So I wonder what the settlement was. If it's still on the website.
Right. That's interesting.
And I'm wondering, like, okay, if they trademarked it in October 2019 after Nip passed, does that mean Nip didn't have that slogan trademarked all the time he was, doing the business?
He might not have.
Right.
That's kind of
not. They were
now I know his store's called the Marathon, but I started hearing that after he passed.
True story.
Right.
I never really actually heard him say
it. So maybe, that's right. Okay. That's what you started seeing, the hashtag TMC once.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe they jumped on it.
They jumped
on it.
Figuring,
Right. That's right. Okay, that's a good point.
That doesn't sound like the savvy move of a gang member. No disrespect to Crips.
No.
To anybody else. That sounds like somebody saying, you know what? Let me jump on this Early.
Before it
I'd
comes
like to know when that. I want to know when that trademark was filed. Like when did that? When was it filed? The marathon.
It had to be probably right around the time Black Sam said something.
Crips beat him.
He probably tried to file it.
Crips LLC, and that's probably what happened. He probably tried to file it. They were like, "Hold up, this is already done."
Right.
Who did it?
And
Crips
I
LLC.
think,
Who?
I think if we remember correctly, was it Lauren London that said it at the funeral? At the what you call it?
Yeah.
When she spoke?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody she should have on.
She might have been the first one that people heard say it.
Yeah, because Store was the marathon. The album was Victory Lap.
Right. But at the end of her speech, I believe she said the marathon continues. I believe. I have to see it, but I think I remember that. So I mean it's crazy though. It is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that's a Crip dude that did that. I mean, that sounds because doing that with some street dudes, that's like a whole nother thing. Right.
And not for nothing, they probably had Crip Cola and Blood Cola and all that stuff in circulation before Nip passed away. It don't sound like they knew.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it sound like they had this going on for a minute. But if it's not the Crips involved, gotta give somebody credit for jumping on that early.
Right. And clearly it's all about business.
Yeah, it ain't work out for him, but
we don't know if it worked out for him. You don't know what type of settlement worked out. Settlement don't mean that you had to pay them. Settlement means that they might have worked out a deal and said, "Yo, we get."
Yeah, but what were they getting for? I mean, what were they getting by having it though?
How do we look? It's been a lot of Marathon Continues merch sold out here.
Right.
We don't know we don't know if all of that came from Nip Store or not, and the majority of people don't know if it came from Nip Store or not.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you bought it from there. If you bought it out on the street or at a swap meet, or you bought it, at a, mall or some shit with a little hood store, had the Marathon Continues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know if that came from, Nip Store or not. Probably didn't. You know what I mean?
So, did they sell
I don't see them selling any merch on here like that either. Like I can make a Marathon Continue shirt right now. But
maybe they did it just for the, because they knew that Nip's estate would have to come see him sooner or later.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, okay, y'all gonna have to come deal with it sooner or later. Whoever the person is behind the business.
Right.
Like I said, I mean, as far as business is concerned, it's a very savvy move. Morally, it's probably nasty. You know what I'm saying? Trying to capitalize on somebody's death is definitely nasty.
Yeah. Having Crip Cola is nasty.
Having Blood Cola is nasty.
It's just a cola.
It's just a corny thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the blood one is spelled with a K on cola. Blood Cola.
Definitely some white guy named Seth from Malibu that owns that trademark.
Just trying to.
Yeah, we gonna
trying to profit off of our culture. Yeah, if we find out that they are white people, we won't be surprised. But it's like further.
This is like some CB4 type stuff, though.
Yo, last year, there was somebody that donated. I mean, there was a group called Black Lives Matter that had collected over $1 million of donations. Right, had absolutely positively no connection to the original Black Lives Matter movement. But this Black Lives Matter was trademarked out in Santa Clarita, which is about 40 minutes from here towards Great Six Flags. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew who owned it. So there was no way to get the money back and none of this other type of shit. So, like, our suffering gets pimped out all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Whether it be rest in peace shirts for people in the hood or rest in peace shirts for celebrities and stuff like that.
That's what GoFundMe is.
Yeah.
Listen, we've said it on several episodes, and I remember Latif said it first, like, our culture influences everything. Like, everything. Anytime I see any white person do anything slang, I was like, they get that from us. Like,
so I remember,
to the point where our slang, it's like, oh, which slang is going to become mainstream next? It happens all the time. All the time.
I remember seeing Donald Trump's son tweet about something being lit. And I was like, well, that's it for that. It for that, yo. If y'all got it,
Yeah.
it might as well be poison. Like that shit. That's,
Yeah. Once they start saying this over.
yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all know exactly what we talk about when we saying they. Not all of you are they.
Right.
Well, not all of them. It's like the D Nice chat room. D Nice, much respected. Like he did his thing.
Yes.
Like his fee right now is astronomical.
Yes.
But for those few nights, it was different. And then they came in.
Right.
I got a whole thing. I had a whole thing about that.
Listen. You know he won the NAACP award for Entertainer of the Year.
As he should have.
I ain't mad.
As he should have, because I don't think anybody came up more than D Nice over the past year.
No.
Like I'm talking about,
and he was up.
Right, and I'm talking about not for us as black people, but as a celebrity, as a whole. Like
D Nice almost a household name now. He may not be, but his profile is. I think he is.
I think he is a household name.
Listen.
Depending on what black households maybe now.
That's what I'm talking about. White kids who didn't know of him before. Yeah. Like let D Nice now go to Vegas. Like when things open up like crazy again, go to Vegas. Oh, D Nice is spending for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I want to go to that too. Cause he nice.
Yo, he's
nice on the set.
Years ago, we had D Nice for. Years ago, we had D Nice for our Christmas party out here, and this was 7 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. The demographic in the room, we had a W in Hollywood. The demographic in the room, totally different when D Nice DJ compared to how we had our other DJ. Mm-hmm. There was a lot more Asians and white dudes there. He always had a big profile DJ, but the celebrity profile is a lot different from years. Like he's a lot bigger now. Before he had an apartment downtown. Now he got a crib out in the valley with a pool and lunch. Chilling now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, his thing came up a lot, and he deserved all the flowers that he get. He worked hard for us.
I couldn't be more happy for him. And the number one thing is it happened organically.
Yeah.
It happened organically.
Until they came in.
Yo, I feel exactly the same way, T.
Listen.
I was there the first night his thing blew up. The first night it blew up, and it was like, yo, it's 50,000 people on here. We was bugging out. Yeah. Right? Then the next time he did it is when, like Chief said, they came in. That's when you started seeing
Joe Biden.
Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And don't tell me it's dope. Don't tell me it's dope, because if y'all was in a party and you seen Joe Biden walking there, you would say, I got to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
In what world, if we were at the club, you know, we got our section or whatever, we got our bottles, and we see Joe Biden walk in,
him and Hunter,
I'm like, what? Like, why?
Yeah, like why are you here? And why are we here?
Why
you be at a table drinking all that, you like that's Joe Biden? Like, I'm going, B. Like, I'm gonna be outside, yo. I'm be outside.
Like, yo, he must want something.
Yes,
that's what
they did want something.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we would think. Like, why are you here?
And then you started seeing people just jump in for the celebrity shout out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And I think D Nice kind of fell into that because he started doing it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying. And I remember me and John talking about it. Like after maybe the first 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I started listening to other DJs because it just got to the point.
Man.
I was happy for him. Don't get me wrong.
I was.
But it just got too corporate after a while. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't getting mad at them using them because I'm sure he you know, the ticket on that was hefty. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Got him a new crib and all that stuff. So I ain't mad at him for that.
Right.
But it's like they wasn't checking for him like that. And then we bigged you up as usual with our people. And then they came in and were vultures, you know what I'm saying, once again.
This was the classic case of what happens, though. Like, it's nothing new. It's never going to stop. Exactly. It's never going to stop. Some people may, you know, and those people will never blow up and be like, oh, remember what happened to Like if that never happened to D Nice, nobody really. But I'm happy for him. But we knew this would happen. Like he got 4 commercials and shit. Like
and the nigga became America. He became America's DJ.
America. Yep.
Yo, when it really opens back up, like he's good. Like he's good.
He's booked.
Yeah, he's booked and busy.
He's
booked and busy.
Good. And he was already.
Forever.
And the thing about it, he was already right for us. He was already.
But I remember him being on.
But now, forget it.
He was on. Oh, he was on Joe Budden podcast. They called him, and he was like, "Yo, I was getting gigs, but I didn't really know what." Put it this way, he was good, but it wasn't like it was sweet for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know what we paid him, and we got a deal, so I know it was an effort that he
I
gets.
thought he was at like 15 early.
Yeah, about 15.
15K, not that.
Yeah. No, 15K,
Yeah.
For clearance.
But he with the Vegas DJs right now.
I'm about to say, he might be 75 grand, 100 grand right now, depending on some places that he goes to. He might be able to do 5 gigs a year, you know what I'm saying, and be $500,000 in and be good.
He might get a residency in Vegas, like
he could do
them boys out there.
He could do it.
I would be there.
That music budget in Vegas from those hotels is crazy.
Would do well. And he would do well.
Yeah. What's the name about to start in July? Usher Raymond.
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
In July 2021. Residency.
I'm out.
Where?
I don't know when I get the information, but
I'm just curious. Wow, I'm just curious.
Fab happened out here for a year before
he was at Dre's.
At Dre's.
Yeah.
That's right. That is right.
Usher, I'm definitely going to see Usher's joint though. Usher got
a crazy catalog.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy to.
I gotta go early before he just starts sitting down.
Yeah.
When the excitement is still hitting him.
The impact
those first few
our culture, like T said, we influence everything.
Right. Exactly. You're right.
You heard the song you just put out?
Nah, I didn't.
D Nice joint. No, D Nice.
Oh, D Nice? No.
You got a joint with Neo.
Oh no, I did hear some of it. Yeah. I heard
it. It's a dance song, dance music.
Yeah. That's
good for him.
I'm sure that's another right. I figured he would go that route too. That makes sense. Like it fits.
Yeah.
It fits.
It's kind of natural progression for him to go that route.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's safe.
And plus, it's people that don't even know that he was a rapper.
Oh.
So now when they go stream his new song, they see all his old stuff. Like,
right.
Yeah, son, produce self-destruction.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Him, man. Yeah, it's good. Like I said, I wish he would have, but it seems that in America, you can't really blow up like that until they put their hands on you some way or another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I think that what we want to do is just hope that you can keep as much of the authenticity as possible. You know what I'm saying? And still be able to do business with other people, because that's the way to grow your brand and stuff like that. We can't think that he couldn't just stayed that, just doing hip hop. Right. The reason why he was a big DJ before the Panini was he was a great DJ. He played everything. Son, when I tell you, he rocked. We had him twice. He rocked each time. So much that we went to the BET's party for something, I think it was the BET Awards, and they copied our whole shit. Casino night, D-Nice DJing, they just did it at the Roosevelt in Hollywood. Campo copied our whole shit. That's a true story. Y'all didn't want none of the parts of D-Nice. Y'all was getting Jermaine Dupri and shit to DJ. Nick Cannon. We Nick Cannon DJ out here in 2009. That's a true story. Dog will tell you. He's like, yo, let's get somebody else. I was like, yo, we should get D-Nice. And I had not even heard him before. But somebody else told me, like, if you like Biz, you'll definitely like D-Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I had to hear, because Biz was one of my favorite DJs. Right. Maybe my favorite DJ at the time I heard of that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's another one who give you all that. You know what I'm saying? Seeing my man Rich Medina, shout out to my man Rich. Rich, another one, give you everything under the sun. He can give you reggae. He can give you pop. He can give you what's the Fela Kuti shit? No, I'm saying that's Rich bag. You know what I'm saying? That's his joint. He can give you whatever you want. That's the DJs that continue to make money, and the DJs that can travel all over the world and DJ. You know what I'm saying? I've always been envious in a good way of DJs. The fact that that's a lot of control to have. You know what I'm saying? Over a room of 1,000 people. I've been watching. I've never been to a rave before. I've seen one of them, the electronic DJs.
Right.
I've never seen that in person.
Right.
I've seen it in Vegas.
Yeah, I don't like the music. I want to go just because I seen clips of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
They
seen
get
how
busy.
ill that scene is. Yeah. That's what I just want to experience that one time. I've never been nowhere where a hip hop DJ had 10,000 people, not outside. You know what I'm saying? like I seen that at a concert when they rock a few songs.
Right.
They be up here 3-4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All night. It seems like they're playing the same song over and over again, but the people know it. Because when they put that song on, they doom, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, and them top ones is making bank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I see one that makes like $35 million, $45 million DJ.
Yeah, and he might be fifth.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember you first sent me that article.
I've never heard from him.
You sent me that article like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I was like,
the win budget for music is $100 million a year.
Jesus. Music budget.
Yes.
crazy.
More power to him. But if you get one of the residencies in Vegas, you can eat for a while.
That's because you know how that. We always talk about, and we never did discuss that you wanted to talk about, Latif, the markup of liquor in a club. And now that happens at every club in every city. Vegas is a whole nother level.
I don't know how it's legal. I don't understand how that's legal.
It'd be a bottle you get out the store for $50.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
That should be $8.50. You know what I'm saying? Not even the Magnum joint.
Plus gratuity.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The automatic gratuity. The waitress could have been a bitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You got two bottles, 1,700. And then some places you go to, it's a 3-bottle, 4-bottle minimum.
Yeah. It's true. In Vegas, like at yeah. Damn, what's the spot in Cosmo?
Marquee.
Damn. Marquee.
Yep.
Table minimums is like $10K.
$10,000 in it, yeah.
Remember we was hanging out with this dude. Me and the Wiz went out there. He was hanging out with this white boy.
Mm-hmm.
We met on the plane. Sitting next to him. We met on the plane. We just started talking. He's like, yeah, I got like $2 million in the cage down here. We just going out here to chill. He's like, meet me over here Saturday night. We up in Marquee, nothing but white boys in there. Listen to that EDM. Bunch of tables, or 10 to 20K per table. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
The financial dudes be having money to blow. The financial dudes would go somewhere and then throw like $150,000 and spend that in a night somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but then they know they're gonna make it back threefold in the next 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't blame them. I would be the same way.
But the markup is crazy. The whole markup thing is crazy.
Like, I don't know how. Like, who was the first person to say, "Hey, let's do this"? Remember, Mo was $80 in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And that was expensive back then. But that was also
they just doubled the price.
That was also 95.
Right. So double the price. Okay, fine. Double the price. I'm good with that.
Right.
If I buy a resale sneaker, you double the price. I'm good. Can't mark it up 500%.
Too many people could afford double the price.
Yeah. Would you sell more?
Greed.
No. But you may not have the type of people you want in that table.
Right.
Greed.
I remember somebody asking 50 about going to Brazil. And he was like, yo, you could fuck out there for $50. And 50 was like, nah, I'm good on that. There's too many niggas out here with $50. Same premise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can work a couple hours overtime, be a bum ass nigga, and have $200 to spend on at the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
But you got to be a special kind of person or be doing something different to be able to just lick off $2K on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? And knowing you got other stuff you got, you got to handle all that. $2K for 3 hours at most part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't lie. I wish I had some of the money back I spent. However, I don't think I would take back too many of the times You know what I'm saying? I had some great times, Joe. Had some great times in that lane for the better part of 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
So right now I'm not at all, interested in going back to that, but I'm okay with I understand. Put it that way. I definitely understand. I don't agree.
Oh, I understand them dudes with money right now doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand.
Yeah.
And more power to them. Be safe.
Yeah.
Good time.
Right. Definitely.
Just don't spend the rent money on. You know what I'm saying?
So, the other day I was watching a video. Jim Jones was on one of the YouTube videos I was watching with the dudes from Earn Your Leisure talking about a whole bunch of things. But specifically, he talked about talking about hip hop groups and the greatest. And of course, Jim kind of said they was naming Wu or whatever, but he was like, as far as Dipset, we had the greatest impact. He was like, nobody was trying to dress like Wu-Tang or any other group. They was trying to dress like us. So he was talking about impact wise, not maybe song for song or whatever, but impact wise, Dipset has had the biggest influence, especially on the newer artists of today.
If you're talking groups, I might give them that. I mean, if you're not including Run DMC in that.
I'll say the last 20 years.
Okay.
Because Run DMC, I think to me, Wu is the greatest group of all time, but Run DMC is the most impactful group because every group that came after them talked about them. Right. So it's like you got to give them that impact. But
I think he's talking about style. I think they were style wise.
I agree with him, man.
That's what he's talking about.
I think Jim's talking local though, because if you're talking worldwide, it's Wu. They wear Wu. They wear Wu wear.
Right, and that's what I was saying.
They buy Wu wear outside of the United States.
When I was watching the
outside
video,
of
I was
LA and New York.
I was like, a lot of people love Wu and they wear the Wu shit crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was interesting watching him say that, and I was like, I get his point because Dipset had a huge impact.
But Jim talks like a local rapper.
You could also say the same thing about G Unit because G Unit changed the whole mixtape game.
Right. But he also said nobody was trying to. Right, he was like nobody was trying to wear 50s.
The bra strap
tank tops or whatever.
Nobody's wearing the G Unit sneakers.
But they made money.
Well, not in New York and Cali, but maybe Minnesota, maybe across seas they definitely were.
Right.
But I also believe that Jimmy and them changed fashion because, at least for rappers, although the baggy stuff was phasing out at that time, they all of them completely flipped wearing the rock star stuff, I
give them that.
Belts, the skinny jeans, the Ed Hardy kind of t-shirt type of
the skull and the crossbones and all that.
Yeah, the bandanas, the Louis rags and stuff like that. That's something that they,
absolutely. Cam with the pink.
Cam might be personally responsible for black dudes wearing pink.
I definitely agree.
Hood black dudes wearing pink because it was you wear a pink shirt if you got a suit on or something like that. But hood dudes in pink.
Yeah, I definitely give you that.
Agreed.
So I think as far as if you talk about groups over the last 20 years, I would say Dipset would be number one. Might have to put the Migos number two.
Right, but Dipset
I think that's a cultural thing.
They be like
Migos is a cultural thing.
Fashion is part of culture.
Right.
No, but what I'm saying is Dipset brought that out. People wasn't really rocking like that. Even Uptown, it was them.
Right.
The Migos, that's how them, if you got money in the South, that's how you dress.
It's a lot of people.
They aspired to get to that style.
It's a lot of people.
They got it from somewhere.
It's a lot of people out here that's the Migos son, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. You got a lot of stepsons out here. And then not for nothing, I'm trying to figure out, did Dipset come with that look before Wayne came with it? because that was Wayne steez, the skateboard type of,
But
skinny
Dipset
jeans.
was before Wayne. Wayne was influenced by Dipset too.
Yeah, Wayne got a lot from Jewels, right?
Yeah. I think Wayne will tell you that. I think Wayne would say that. I would think so. Jim mentioned that too. Jim mentioned that too.
Jim got an argument then.
It's interesting when you think about impact. I was like, okay, he has a point with certain things. Then I was like, I'm not sure.
I mean, musically they don't have a case, but as far as fashion is concerned, and style and stuff like that, I think they definitely have a case. There was and we know because we was in the East at that time when when they was coming up.
Because he also made mention of, and I think we were talking about this offline or whatever, about how he said that people weren't wearing Rockaware like that, Sean John like that, Fubu like that, because it was a knockoff of another brand. They just made it for so Middle America could buy it, so the white people could feel like they're part of hip hop when they buy that stuff.
I agree with him.
I think there's some thing that, but he can't tell me that people in New York wasn't wearing Sean John with Puffy Drop.
Right. The way he was saying it was like he was saying
for a minute.
He kept saying it like Harlem, like we wasn't, but you don't represent the world. You don't represent
the world.
Yeah, we do.
Jimmy wasn't wearing it.
Harlem is the center of fashion. What are you talking about?
He was saying that they weren't wearing the Rockaware or Sean John.
Okay. Anybody who was coming out with a clothing line at that time had this exact same silhouette. Mm-hmm. Everybody. Yeah. It was that's what it was. So whether it was Sean John, Rockaware, Mecca, Willie Esco, whatever Nelly had,
right.
It didn't matter. Everybody had the same silhouette. So for that, I think Jimmy has a point.
He does.
But I also think that the reason why Harlem wasn't wearing Sean John and stuff like that, because they was hating on Pop.
No, it's not hate.
I think it's hate.
It's not hate because I wouldn't wear Rockaware because it said Rockaware. Like, I'm not part of Rockefeller. I'm not wearing Rockaware.
Why wouldn't you support another black man?
I'll buy your music.
It didn't say it. No, but that's the whole nother check right there. That's whole nother money.
No,
don't do that.
I mean, I don't gotta like it. I don't gotta like it.
Listen, y'all was still wearing the same silhouettes. Y'all just wouldn't wear them because it had Rockaware.
People wore Sean John because it said Sean John. If it had said puffy clothing, nobody would have worn it ever.
I agree. That's probably why he didn't name it puffy clothing.
Right.
But my point is, and it's the same thing that you was talking about in one of these episodes. That's no real reason. It's one thing to not like it, all right? It's another thing to say, well, I'm not part of Rockefeller.
No, but part of the reason I'm not liking something is you're not liking something about it. You don't like the name. You don't like the way something looks. Mm-hmm. With a brand, it's everything. You gotta like the name. You gotta like the way it fits. You gotta like how it looks. Once, like back then, people wore FUBU for a minute.
Yeah.
Right. People wore Sean John for a minute. Sean John's at the outlets and that. Like, once you started getting some money,
Puff don't even own it no more. I mean, he's suing Sean because they use his license overseas.
Yeah. But once you started getting some money, you didn't want to wear it. I want what's considered the brand name.
Right.
Which they were copying off of to sell to people who could afford it.
Mm-hmm. Who was copying off of?
Every brand that came out was copying off of.
Off of what?
Off of the high-end brands.
What high-end brands were putting out the stuff in our silhouette at that particular time? Evisu and shit like that?
Yeah.
Red Monkey, shit like that?
Jay sneakers was a direct copy of the Gucci joints.
Oh yeah, that was obviously.
The tracksuits was that direct copy off of the Sergio joints.
Uh-huh.
So okay, so my point is, first of all, Sergio Tacchini wasn't expensive. It was expensive at the time.
At the time,
yeah.
But it wasn't no crazy made fabrics. Like it was. Sergio was expensive because of the name. Nobody else overseas was wearing Sergio Tacchini. That's not a big thing over there. It's not like you can go somewhere, you can go overseas right now, and people wearing lottos and shit. You know what I'm saying? Elise saying all that. You know, kind of piggybacking off our conversation about luxury brands and stuff like that. We've been taught, you build a business, you sell it to somebody else, and whatever. That got Puffy right now suing somebody for using his likeness the wrong way. That got, you know what I'm saying? That got a lot of people not being able to get in the business no more, because if you think you get in the business with a hip hop guy, he's gonna have stuff that got the brand name all over and stuff like that. It's not even no serious people that are getting in there. So now you got to be able to go in there, and you hear like people like Westside and all that talking about these other stuff. Like it seems like we beg for that acceptance from them in everything that we do, even the stuff that we build up. Yeah, what's name was a copy off of all the other stuff going on. But with Jim Jones, one of the biggest rappers out, talking about how whack it was, that don't make it no better either. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't saying it when it came out.
They put out the purple scissor or whatever. That was a copy too.
Yeah.
That was a copy of Alizé and all that shit too. You expected us to buy that though from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Jimmy was talking like he was some mogul in these things. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you try to do the exact same thing. And you had a whole nation take y'all style, and y'all can't find no way to monetize
it. Yeah. They
you know what I'm saying?
They should have had a brand.
Exactly. It's not for nothing. The way that they was wearing their clothes, people still wearing them now. They could have still been.
Absolutely.
So instead of him talking about what this person did, that person did, look, Damon J and Biggs cashed out nice off of Rockaway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand what Jimmy is saying, but you don't make yourself look no smarter talking like that. You make yourself look like an asshole, because why didn't you figure out how to do it? Why didn't you figure out how to monetize what everybody was copying? Nobody wanted to wear G-Unit stuff. Somebody wanted to wear it.
Yeah, they definitely should have had a brand back then.
Yeah, somebody wanted to wear Rockaway. Somebody wanted to wear Sean John.
Right.
Them shit in the stores for 10 years. And there's some places you can go and they still in the store. They may not own them anymore.
Still in the store.
But they're buying them,
Yeah.
So it's like, it don't make it. This the crab shit just is stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? What you should have said was, they caught a lick for a certain time. It was cool. I wish we had caught it.
I think he was piggybacking that conversation off of saying that Dipset had the biggest impact in fashion.
Right.
I still agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
But your contribution to fashion it didn't benefit y'all none.
None. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you patting yourself on the back?
Except kudos, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, for kudos. Whatever the stuff that you was buying, the Louis rags, the spike belts, all that other shit, the skinny jeans, you made a whole bunch of other motherfuckers rich.
Right, Supreme.
And you want to sit here and talk crazy about Rockaway and Sean John and them. It just seemed like although I understand, and it kind of goes back to what you said in the thing. You said you understand what Jim was saying.
Yeah.
I understand what he was saying too. I think he had a dumbass platform, not Earned Leisure, of course. I'm talking about what he was standing on from it to come at that. It was ego talking.
It was ego.
Yeah, that's all it was. It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't good business. He wasn't trying to give us no jewel. Right. All that was ego. You mad that you couldn't do what they did? You said, well, we was more popular than them anyway, but you couldn't do nothing to make no money out of it. So what did it do? You know what I'm saying?
But they could have, though. I don't see it. Now that we're talking about it, I don't see why they didn't.
Exactly. Now, because you know why? Because they couldn't even stay apart. They couldn't even stay together.
Now Kiff is doing it.
They couldn't even exactly. Meanwhile, the Locks opened up their 5th juice bar. You know what I'm saying? Y'all couldn't even stay together.
Cam selling sex pills.
Cam selling weed.
Yeah.
Cam got a few joints out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you don't ever hear that when you hear about the Locks. You say, yo, Jada, Sheik, and Styles just opened up another joint. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even attribute that to all of them. I think of Styles when you think of the juice bars. Mm-hmm. They might all own it. If I come up with an idea and I tell y'all can come in on it for 33%, it's ours. It don't matter if I came up with it. You know what I'm saying? The checks are still the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, Styles may be the one that feel the more passionately about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So maybe he get into a little bit more.
But that's still their business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I see one of them get interviewed, they always talk about that. They don't say, yo, that Styles used bought. I say it's ours. So that's why I always say that it's their joint. And like I said, I've been back to Jim and them. I understand exactly what he was saying. But son, if you wasn't even able to, and they didn't monetize any of their shit. They tried the scissor thing, which was whack. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else, individually, they got money. You know what I'm saying? With different things. Cam seemed to be the one that worked out the best when it came to that. You know what I mean? But
it's baffling me now that we're talking about it. I don't understand how they didn't have a brand.
Of all the people that are out right now. And they got a strong argument that they had the biggest impact when it came to that. We watched them literally change what New York looked like.
You know what? I think I know why.
Why?
As stupid as this sounds, hey.
All them niggas, though, yeah.
They felt that it would have cheapened their image.
If what?
As stupid as sound.
Instead of purple syrup.
No, having a Dipset clothing brand.
Right.
Felt that everybody's walking around rocking Dipset jeans and stuff like that. It's like the way he thinks about Rockaware and Fubu and Sean John.
Right.
They were thinking that back then too.
Right. So they didn't want to be that.
Yeah.
But that's the even more reason why they should have came out with their own joint, because they would have been the antithesis of what all that other stuff was going on.
No, it would have been the same. It would have been something for them to rock and sell to Middle America.
So he can't get mad at them because they went and got that bag.
Right.
And you can't talk about how bad or how corny it was. Nah, son, you just missed.
Because that's a hustler.
It's a hustle.
And that's what he claims to be. A hustler.
There you go. So, but now you're gonna hit me with. You was mad about them getting the money with the music. I mean, with the clothing line and copying off everything else. But you gonna sit here and talk to me about an NFT for something that nobody's willing to pay for. You can't, like, I don't want to hear none of that shit about the imaginary shit. Can you talk about the greenbacks? You have a balance sheet and you can say, yeah, we did this. No, you don't have a balance sheet. All you got is ego. You talk about how somebody else didn't do something. It's the same thing. Yo, I swear it's the same shit I hear when I hear people talk about Dame. I'm like, yo, son, Dame ain't had a job in 20 years. What y'all doing? He may not be Dame that he was in 99.
Right.
But he more than you are right now.
Right.
And he had
a job in 20 years. So he had a job in 20 years, been sued and all that stuff. Dame got a crib in Malibu, got a crib in North Carolina, just had a baby. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be fucked up like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like it's levels to wealth.
Listen.
And just because he ain't wealthy like Jay-Z don't mean that he broke.
Yo.
Yeah. He's still in the top 1%.
Yes.
Thank you.
Listen, that reminds me of a lyric and your boy White, your old Droog, on one of his last joints. He said sometimes you gotta be successful to be considered a failure.
Right.
You have to be.
That's real shit.
Yeah, you can't fall off from nowhere.
Yeah. I swear I'm about to say the same thing.
Exactly.
Like, it's like I hear people talk about people like, oh, he fell off, and it's like, oh, he can buy it, though, your whole family.
Right. Like, I want to fall off like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying about Dame. I'm just saying just people in general.
In general. No, I get that. Yeah.
It's like, yo, y'all better think about it when you're talking about falling off. Like, what job you think this? Like, yo, Soulja Boy fell off. Soulja Boy had a job since he came out.
Soulja Boy's a sneaky genius, man.
Soulja Boy right now catching YouTube checks. He probably walked to his mailbox right now, pick up a YouTube check for like.
Yeah. And checks from a fake console he was selling.
Yeah, gaming console and all that shit. So I was like, yo, y'all gotta understand. Be careful what y'all saying about people. Don't project your own failures on the other people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, so fell off. He got black. Yo, son, these dudes will buy and sell y'all. I've seen these dudes on private planes. If I'm gonna fall off, I want to fall off like that.
I only talk about a product somebody puts out. I'll never talk about their business.
Because somebody bought it.
Right.
Somebody bought it. There's a reason why this shit is in the store. You may not like it. You may think it's whack. You may think it's horrible. I didn't have anything Willie Esco.
Me neither.
Oh.
Me neither.
That
Why?
shit
Why?
sold,
That's your boy.
that shit sold for a good 3 years. No, not Willie Esco's, man. Think about the off-brand brands he had out. We had
It was a lot.
Willie Esco, we had Vocal. That was Nelly shit I was trying to think of, right?
South Pole,
South Pole,
Paco.
Paco. Now remember they had
got bread.
They had First
Paco,
Down.
yes. First Down, yes. That was the knockoff North Face. And it
But
was
then remember they had
First
Bears.
Down and South Pole.
Bears.
Bears.
Was not.
Bears got
that was a little higher up than South Pole.
Bears got respect.
Right?
Bears was Levi's. That's what I think.
Right.
Bears was Levi's.
You
know what I'm saying? Bears with Levi's, and then like if you had the money, then you can get the face. You know what I'm saying? Or the Vortex jacket or something like that. But
okay.
You know, some stuff you just can't do entry level in though. Like you can do entry level Timbs, you can't do entry level sneakers. You just couldn't. We just couldn't do that.
Entry level Timbs. There wasn't. Yeah.
You can't like the big Yank joints that are the joints they used to sell at like where you bought Carhartt at. And it'd be like some Tim looking boots, but they wasn't Tim.
Right.
With the extra thick stitching on them.
Yeah, nasty stitching. You know what I'm saying? The sole be nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, so many.
I used to hate when people wore bootleg designer shit, like bootleg Hilfiger and bootleg Polo and shit. I used to be like, son, just get some Levi's. I wear Levi's to this day. I've never stopped wearing them.
Right.
Levi's always worked for me. They always made sure they worked for me. I never had to pay a whole bunch of money for them shits. Because I was in high school, I rocked Levi's. Always. Of course, there was other shit, the days when you had the guest line. Yeah, I do that, but I'm not spending no $400 on no jeans. Not when I smoke weed and shit. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not spending no $500 on no jeans. You got your goddamn mind on jeans, son?
So a relative, man.
Man, look.
See?
I can't think of no
talking
place.
to the wrong guy here.
It's all relative, man.
I can't think of no place where I'd have to show off enough to have to let people know I got $500 jeans. If I got money to buy $500 jeans, my money long enough where whatever room I'm at, they know I belong there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, okay, like I don't own $500 jeans. Like it's certain
and
things
it's a $500 tag on when you wear them. How they know?
Right, it's stuff I'll spend money on, like jeans now.
Right.
But
that's all I'm saying.
But there are pants or jeans that you can wear that cost $300-$400.
Yeah.
That only cost $300-$400, and you might like the way they fit. You might have 300 million, and I like these jeans. I'm buying these jeans.
You know what? The only way for me to keep my 300 million is to make sure I don't go around buying $300.
You're not going to lose it getting a couple pair of jeans.
Man, look.
You're going to blow that Friday wherever you go.
No jeans should cost that much.
Why?
I don't care who make them. I don't care what they feel like. Because I said so.
Why can the suit cost $5,000? Why can a custom suit cost $5,000?
Definitely. A suit can cost $500.
Why?
He said 5,000, not
5,000. Why?
Material is one.
Okay. Same thing with denim.
No denim should be that much because they.
Why?
You
can't tell me why. You can't tell me.
Yeah, he's not giving an answer. It's not
because it doesn't take that much to make. Denim is not an expensive fabric. It's not
Japanese denim that is.
It's not silk because they said because you got to import it. That's where the money coming from. It's not the
that's with any fabric.
It's just a gene thing for him. He's not a believer. He's not a believer.
And I don't even have I like different jeans. Like I don't spend a lot of money on jeans. And with COVID, I don't even wear jeans no more. But I can give everything has a price. And it's stuff that it's stuff that you can wear. Nobody will know how much it costs. That's super expensive. You might if you have that kind of money, you like this. That's what it is.
Remember years ago, right? Years ago, we was looking at the Rob Report. Me and you, we seen that watch in there that was all ice. Remember?
Yes.
All ice. You couldn't even see the claps on that shit. That shit was all ice. And remember, me and you talking. It was like, son, it's a waste. That shit was like 1.4 million. It was like, son, where the hell Are we even around rich motherfuckers? That's too much.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I've seen because I'm into watches now. There's watches that Jay has had on that look like a Citizen that cost $5 million.
That's my point. That's my point. It don't look like that, but it still costs. You're gonna look like a ostentatious asshole if you go around other rich people, anybody else, wearing a watch that's all ice. You don't gotta do it around rich people.
Definitely, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And the same thing with jeans. Where are you gonna wear those $500 jeans that they're not gonna be respected the right way? If
it's not about that when you spend that kind of money. It's about what you want. That's the thing. When you're buying stuff with the trendy, the expensive stuff that's trendy, you're buying that for other people, right? If I go to Short Hills today and I go in Dolce with my wife is on, I see a pair of pants. They don't say Dolce nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I might cop them because I like they good material, that way they fit. Nobody knows what they cost unless somebody else has been in that store.
True story.
So it's just, like I said, it's all relative too.
Now it harkens back to what we was talking about on the thread the other day when we was talking about felines and shit. He was like, "You fucking with felines." Like, you know what? I like how it fit.
Right.
I don't have to worry about going on the site and make sure that they're gonna be and they released at 12. I gotta have some bot watching it at 12 o'clock in 10 seconds to make sure I get my size. I don't gotta worry about none of that shit with the gear. None of that shit. Never am I going to the point saying, "Yo, I tried to go here and it's sold out, whatever." I wear Ralph a lot. If I can't find it on the site, my plug got it. And I got 5 of them niggas. And I know if I can't find it there, I will find it through them. And they're not going to tax me crazy. I know if I buy Elise and if I buy Puma and I buy feline shit, it's probably less of a chance of me, number one, not being able to get it because I'm going to be sold out. Number 2, going to fucking brunch and seeing 17 other dudes with the same pair of sneakers on because they all came out on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And now I got to sit there and look like everybody else there, like we part of the Jackson 5. I don't like looking like everybody else. I've never done that. That's why I got 1 pair of Jordans. 1. You see them. I got 1 pair. That's the only pair I've ever had. I've never had another pair. It's too much problems to get a pair of those. I like a few of them I've seen coming out. If I can't just say, I'm going to go on the site right here, catch them real quick. And if I got to do more than that, other than going to the store, which is going on the site and doing that, it ain't for me. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying a $250 markup. I'm not doing none of that.
You have boundaries.
Yeah, exactly. I have boundaries. And most of the time I go somewhere, I don't look like nobody else. And nobody looks at me and be like, "Yo, that shit he got on is crazy." Right now I look like a drug dealer in 1984. I'm cool with that. That's my steez until I can't do it no more. I'm going to dress like how the guys I like to see dressed growing up, how they dress. Exactly. How I thought that they should look, how I should look when I got this age, when I was younger.
But the thing is, though, why was the dope boys wearing Fila back then? Because back then it was expensive for that time. It's the same thing. People get money and always want whatever's considered expensive. That's what they want.
But you didn't, even the guys with money, you didn't see a lot of them with the same exact thing.
Back then, everybody didn't have money.
But the guys with money still didn't have the same exact thing. You know why? Because originality and all that.
They all had BBSs. They all had Felines. They all had
different color BBSs.
The leathers.
Different color leathers. That's how. And you should know that Harlem birth niggas with lime green and orange leather.
Yes, sir.
You know why?
Soft yellow come to Morgan. You know what I mean?
Because they didn't want to look like the guy who had the red one, or the blue one, or the purple one, or the black one. They wanted to look different. Nowadays, everybody want to look the same. Oh, the bread's coming out on this day. I'm going to wait in the line with another 500 people for the same sneaker?
Yeah, but see...
No, I'm not going to do that.
The people waiting in line don't wear them.
Right.
That's the thing, too, with that.
Right.
Some.
They don't. The people that wait in line don't wear them, and the people that are into them now never had them. So it's with like sneakers.
I can't say that. I can't say that. You into Jordans right now, as we can see behind you. You had Jordans when you were coming up. And there's a lot of people like you.
I didn't have. I get the ones I've always wanted, and most of them I didn't have growing up.
But
I had a couple.
You was a sneaker guy. You was a shoe guy all the time. As long as I've known you. You know what I'm saying?
I've always been a sneaker. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
yeah,
this ain't something new to you. This is just a continuation of what you've always been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you've always worn your shoes.
I wear mine.
Yeah, you wear your kid. You don't just put them on and keep them there. And there are a lot of people like you. Clark Kent said the same thing. Like, son, I'm wearing my shit.
Right.
Talk to me about Clark, man. Clark don't pay for nothing. He ain't buy a sneaker in years. He gets sent everything that come out. Come on,
I mean, listen, he paid his dues for that.
Clark,
what dues?
Hey, don't disrespect. Clark gave us big. That alone right there.
Right.
That alone right there earns him, you know what I'm saying, a lifetime pass up in here. Don't do that.
Whatever.
So it's bad enough you slandered Mary, yo. You really on thin ice already.
I like Clark, man. I like Clark. But I'm talking about sneakers for Clark, man. It's not it's not even, a fair game with that.
Well, he's at a different level. Right?
Yes,
I'm sure he was paying for sneakers like everybody else at some point.
No, I don't think so. He just knows people.
Well, hey.
Nah, Clark definitely paid for sneakers at some point. You know what I'm saying? At some point,
yeah, when Dunks was like $50, yeah.
And no, come on, talk a little bit.
That was early 90s.
And at some point, he was like, "Yo, we used to pay to go in the clubs." At some point, he was like, "I'm not doing that no more."
Yeah.
See?
Same thing.
There you go. Point made.
DJ Drama. We saw the video or the clip from the Nori show. I had no idea that he was the one behind and responsible for the whole Drake, Quentin Miller, Meek dust up.
I didn't realize that either. I had no idea either.
I knew he was involved with that. Yeah.
I had no idea he was involved.
Yeah.
So I want to know this. What's the relationship? I wonder what the relationship between him and did Drake and DJ Drama have a relationship? Like at all? Like anything? I was assuming they might have had some kind of sense.
Probably coming up. Drama. Drake made relationships with everybody coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And Drama and Wayne's cool because they did Mad Mixtape together. I thought they might have been cool.
Yeah.
And it seemed like even Drama said it had something to do behind Drake smashing X, or he said an X.
He said his ex, yeah.
Or it was a chick that Drake smashed before Drama was with him.
That makes it sound crazy. If it was before, that sounds nuts.
Either way, it's nasty all around. Unless he smashed your main girl or the girl that you was with, and that's your current chick, him doing that was a violation. Violation of man code.
So did he? Because I didn't see the whole Nori interview, but did he say why he did that? Why he revealed to Meek about Quentin Miller? Did he say?
I think it was it sounded like
roundabout way.
But it sounded like he wasn't trying to do nothing malicious. It sounded like he was like, "Hey, yo, beat this shit."
Nah, like, that was his revenge, man.
Revenge.
But I don't think he thought that Meek was going to go that route because Meek and Drake didn't have beef then. At least we thought. So, but maybe it seemed like this. It seemed like, remember Drake? No, but no, that was before that. That was him and the other niggas. Safari. I don't know why Drama would think to do that. So I guess what T said is right.
That's his revenge, man.
It had to be, yo, he think he all that. You don't even write all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And look at that.
That looks bad. I mean,
I think that's punch in the face worthy right there.
Right. Ultimately,
at the very least,
he said. Ultimately, and he said on the clip that I did see that Quentin Miller is the one that suffered the most.
He definitely did.
Definitely did.
You know,
nope. He can't work with nobody.
He should hate all of them.
Yeah.
Right.
I was under the impression before I saw that video that Quentin Miller had something to do with it.
That would have made that made no sense to me though.
But I thought that was the only reason he could have got blackballed, or the only reason that he suffered was because of this. I wouldn't have thought because he, like I said, he didn't do. Knowing now he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, he wrote some great songs for the most popular artists of the last 20 years. Like, what did he do? So I'm thinking other people must have thought the same thing because there was no reason to blackball him. Right. No reason to make him suffer because of this.
Right.
But the fact that it came out and it's not supposed to.
But it wasn't him at all.
It don't matter. Everybody involved with you got to get out of here. I don't know who leaked it. I don't know if it was you. I don't know if it's him, or y'all got to get out of here.
and then he ended up losing half a leg later after that, right?
No, that was before. Oh, what? No, that was after.
It was after.
I think that was after. Yeah.
Yeah, it was after.
Oh, word? Oh, wow. Oh,
They better walk around with bodyguards.
Yeah. The person who came off great doing that is Party Fontaine.
Mm-hmm.
Party Fontaine. He came off great doing what he did.
Mm-hmm.
His solo career is never going to pop, but
right. So he wrote for who? Nicki.
Cardi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he write any hits? Oh, he's going to eat off of the joint.
Bro, from where I'm here, he wrote a lot with that first album. Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Is that's Party Next Door?
No, not Party Next Door. Party Fontaine.
Partisan.
He got an ill voice to me too. Yeah. I like his voice.
Yeah.
That's
why I'm surprised that he
Who?
didn't come out.
Make the sound.
I like Partisan Fontaine. I heard a couple of his joints. I thought that he was going to be like what's your boy name? Bryson Tiller, like that kind of dude.
He from what you call it, right? He from where?
I don't know.
Partisan from like Buffalo, right?
Buffalo. That's what I thought. He's from Buffalo.
Yeah,
like
Albany or
somewhere.
Somewhere
Upstate. Yeah. Good for him, man.
I wonder if he's writing for Meg. I mean, I think Meg right, but I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Meg need to go back to the early Meg.
No, she don't.
Listen. I don't think Meg want to do this music. I think she because she started out being a rapper.
She's taking the Cardi route.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi started like that. Cardi was a stripper. She started like that. Meg started rhyming like Rhapsody was rhyming. And then she said herself, nobody listen to me when I say that shit except for y'all niggas who pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing it. I don't think that I think she's a better artist than what she's giving us. You know what I'm saying? I don't
she
think
is, but it don't matter though. Like she's out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's out. She's
like
out of here.
she in Vogue now.
After a couple of weeks ago, where they gifted her these Grammys,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she's.
I said gifted her the Grammys because no, she didn't have the fucking best record. No, she didn't have the record of the year. No, she didn't. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, plenty of people got gifted Grammys. That ain't nothing new.
Yeah, Nas got
yeah.
All due respect, you know what I mean?
Right. No, but she's going the route that I expected her to go. So like she was already set to be the next one. We saw this coming, so it just makes sense.
Yeah.
This was her trajectory. What?
Did you call her a plant?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
So so listen. Listen to everything that we're saying. She's the next one. She was set up. She got to get the Grammys and all that stuff. Don't that sound like clannish behavior? I'm not saying it is. I'm gonna say it sounds like.
No, because she was bubbling for a while though. No.
How does that not sound like clannish behavior?
Look who she's affiliated with though. If she's with Rock Nation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which got her that Beyonce feature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. But she didn't come in as the next superstar.
Right. She could easily went another route and nobody wouldn't pay no attention to her.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple chicks is doing what she's doing that are not as big as her.
A few of them, yeah.
At all. So.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always going to be one that rises, not necessarily because they're a plant, but there's always one. Like, which one?
I don't think it's a bad. When I say plant, I know it sounds like I'm in a negative. I'm saying that negatively, but you can say the same thing about a dude like Russ. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that, or Chance the Rapper. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that they saw a lane, and people conspired together to put somebody in that lane to fill a quote unquote void or something that they thought would work out for them. I don't think it's sort of a bad thing. I think that it was smart business. I just wonder if the talent meets that notoriety. In Russ' case, I think it definitely did.
Yeah.
I think in Cardi's case, it might be debatable. I think her hustle is more important, is probably better than her talent. You know what I'm saying? and her drive and her story and her personality.
Personality.
That makes.
Absolutely.
I think all of that makes
Mm-hmm.
the entertainment part of her, you know what I'm saying, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And with Meg, I think that, like I said, when I first heard Meg, Meg was rhyming a lot different. Not that she wasn't saying no sexy shit. It's just that there was a lot of real deal bars behind that sexy shit. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just like, I put it this way, I expected a song like WAP from Cardi. I can't say that I 100% expected that from Meg. I could have just been naive in that, you know what I'm saying? But
so, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that, like I said, I just heard more of her. And then when I heard her actually say out her own mouth, I don't really want to rhyme like this. I want to rhyme like this, but this is what, basically, selling the records. That makes me know that she don't even feel behind this. Let me say whatever outlandish stuff I can about my pussy, and I'll sell some records. Mm-hmm. And okay, you know what I'm saying? But how long is she gonna be able to sell records about her pussy? You know what I'm saying?
But she can get big enough where she don't have to sell no records.
To make
True.
And this is gonna be the goal. And look, and this is gonna sound bad when I say this. I know she in college and all that stuff. Meg don't seem like the sharpest knife in the drawer to me. Now I hope Cardi. But it's difference between, and I think totally different how you feel. I think Cardi is extremely smart and intelligent, and I think that she's got way more hustle in her than Meg does. I think Cardi did all this shit. Like Meg got the Rock Nation cosign. She got the Jay Prince cosign. She wasn't supposed to fail. Can you agree with me that? Or at least it would have been hard for her to fail with those.
Well, she got the Rock Nation joint after she came up a little.
Don't matter. She got it. You know what I'm saying? She got it though. She had the Jay Prince cosign before then. Though. Before she was talking the shit that she talking now. Before all the sex shit and all that. Carl Crawford and Jay Prince and them are the ones that signed it. Okay. She wasn't talking at that. Rock Nation came once she had the one hit that she had a couple years ago. Yeah, Rock Nation came along with it then. All right. Bottom line is, there was no way for her. It's almost impossible for her to fail with that kind of backing behind her, regardless of whether the talent matched it or not. All right. The difference between her and Cardi didn't have none of that. Not even a bit of that. Cardi had a DJ Self, fucking a DJ Self cosign, yep. which I'm sorry doesn't hold the same weight as Jay-Z and Jay Prince.
Cardi had an organic, built-in fan base.
Exactly. Nobody knew who the fuck Meg was. She came out of nowhere. Okay?
Right. She became known because she had a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi had a built-in organic fan base. Was on with Love and Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
Her Instagram presence was huge. And then she got a good song.
Cardi was Instagram before Love and Hip Hop. That's why I give her the credit. She built everything up herself. That's why I will never diss her. I don't care whether I like her shit or not. She the very definition of getting it from the mud. Mm. She was a stripper and wasn't the best stripper. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Cardi before she got famous. Cardi was just another stripper walking through. She wasn't Malaya, one of them chicks that had like one of those names of being that.
Yeah.
She got from that, then she went to Instagram, talking shit on Instagram.
Drake ain't name her?
Yep. Went from that to Love and Hip Hop, went from that to getting signed, and now where she at right now. Whereas Meg had a flash single and then caught a cosign from one of the most powerful men and management companies in the business. Right? Cardi actually left her management to go to QC. It was already a star. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I will give her, and same thing with Nicki. Nicki got her shit up out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Nicki was no plan. Nicki was full force niggas was trying to get her out.
Yeah.
Then Deb tried to get her out. Irv was there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of people trying to get her out. Nicki was a rapper. Then she said, okay, I'm going to copy off Lil' Kim and start talking about sex shit. Then she took off. And then most of Nicki's hits wasn't no sex shit. It was pop shit. Britney Spears shit.
Right.
Yeah. So even she knew, I'm good enough to not have to do this. And Nicki
she still did it, though.
Yeah, but Nicki ain't known for that. Nicki's hits and all her awards don't come from that section. Nicki not known for that. Not now.
Not now.
Not now.
Nicki was known for that.
Come on.
When she first
Nicki
came out, look, when Nicki first came out, she did the Little Kim pose, the lollipop.
She had a single called Anaconda.
That didn't win her no fucking awards.
We ain't talking about awards. That was the lead she's still single. Known for it. She's known for shit like that.
She was known for that. She was known for never having clothes on her videos. She was definitely known for that.
Nicki known for her pop shit now more than anybody. Nobody talks about Anaconda no more. Come on, man. I know that's in the beginning. It was
nobody really talk about Nicki no more.
That's another conversation. That's a whole nother conversation right there. But she just had a baby, so she's a mom. She's chilling right now. She's where she want to be.
Shout out to her too. Her pops passed away. Got hit by the car, right?
Yeah. Hit and run,
Prayers up to.
Why he was still in Queens? I forgot Queens, man.
Damn, that's terrible.
Son, look, when you old,
why parents don't want to move?
Because they don't want to change their routine.
Yeah, I don't want to end on a bad note, but damn, that's horrible. Damn, that's shit. Rest in peace. That's
quick hits. Quick hits. Where we go? What y'all feel about Deshaun Watson? He going down, or he going to skip, or he going to beat him?
That's not really that's not really a high note to end on either.
He's starting to look like a creep, man.
Not the highest.
Wait. What's the count? What's the current count?
22.
22 women, all that are in the massage industry, have said that he has acted inappropriately during these massages, whether it's been making them or trying to maneuver himself so they accidentally touch his genitals, and things and that.
So let me get this straight. There is only people that are in the massage industry, no just random chick, girlfriend he's dated or anything.
All masseuses.
All masseuses or Maasai. Whatever the plural is, but no, but it's like
Maasai. Is that the plural?
No, I think it's Maasai.
Okay.
My two thoughts on that, and I'll leave it to y'all.
All right.
One, how do you? And I heard some woman say, "I was so degraded that I shit on myself and all that type of shit." Right? You were so traumatized and shit that your first thought wasn't to go to the cops or call his manager or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Your thought was to get an attorney and then have that attorney call Deshaun and try to get a six-figure settlement.
Well, no, I can. If you get an attorney, right, for counsel, that attorney is probably thinking money first. I can see an attorney. I can see an attorney talking to somebody and say, "Hey, we're not going to get a charge on this. We can get some money off of this stuff." I definitely can see that.
I definitely see that too. But in this case, because they have no proof, it's their word against his word. Now,
there's 22 of them now.
It do look crazy. Do you have any?
The only hope I have for it is because nobody came out and said nothing when he signed the first contract.
He signed a contract for a guaranteed $140 million.
Right.
Last year around this time.
Right.
That's the time to say something.
The assaults that we're hearing happened in the summertime last year and later, because COVID was going on and they was locked out and nobody could see him and stuff like that. Which is why he said he was flying them in. Okay. He can have creep behavior when it comes to that. Definitely still a possibility.
Right.
My thing is, why would you wait until he said, "I'm going to leave the organization"?
Right.
To do this. That means two things. Either the company knew about it, team knew about it, and tried to hide it the whole time.
Right.
Until he decided to leave, which was foul.
Right.
Or he innocent and y'all trying to conduct this whole thing.
Yeah.
Which is just as foul. And even one of them things can be true.
Right.
Or, from what I hear, the attorney who's leading this charge
live next to the owner.
Live next to the owner, right? So he could be gun-ho finding these young ladies on behest of the owner.
And I think, and this is what I'm saying, I think, especially because it's all these people, if it was 5, I might still be on the Deshaun side. I might be leaning towards him.
Right.
22, I think there's a pattern of something there that ain't right.
I think
I think that they knew about it.
Yes, both sides are true. Yeah.
And I think that the owner was like, Oh, you still trying to leave? Okay. Well, I'm gonna let everybody know that you're a creep with some of these fucking masseuse chicks and see how you can work that out. So either way, that means that so there's no way he can play for the Texans again. We already know that.
It's a wrap.
So what they trying to do is get his price tag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, it could have been the Houston Texans that did this. It could have been somebody else who did this and knew about it. When it comes to black people, you never know because we got a whole bunch of people gunning for us. I hope it's not true, but then I also hope that it wasn't 22 women that thought that they could ruin this nigga's life over no $30,000 or something like that. I hope that's also true. So it's crazy because whatever is true gonna mess up somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, but because he seemed like a good dude, I hope that it's not true. I hope it's some unscrupulous lawyer that's trying to get him, and it's just a bad situation.
Right. Because, I mean, he did come out with a statement saying he looked forward to his day in court and he wanted to fight. Like, he did come out with that statement initially before it was 22. You know,
he got the type of reputation, at least as far as I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. And I got a ton of family in Houston. Rob in Houston. We've never heard nothing about this nigga.
Ever.
I've always heard crazy shit about James Harden, John Wall. It's a few snipers out here that are wild. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I've never heard anything about him. Now that means he might just be better at hiding it than other people. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's definitely a thing. But because of his reputation, it leads me to want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that
just look crazy right now.
Yeah, he looks insane right now. Crazy. So yeah, I'm hoping that it comes through because he's a role model.
Yeah,
young black man and quarterback,
and one of the top in the league.
Yeah.
Like
seems to have his head on straight. Like I don't want us to lose him as somebody that we could tell our sons to look up to and shit like but
the timing of all this, like, it just reeks of conspiracy. It's
that's my whole thing.
It's crazy.
Like
I hope, like I said, I hope not.
I think both sides are at fault at some.
And how you creepy in every massage, like something.
But see, that also leads me to believe that
every massage.
Yeah, like
you know what you do, man? Like, hey, man, he got a lot of money, single guy, right? You go pay for that, man.
He do got a living girlfriend, so he not single. He just not married.
Okay.
And his girl is exquisite. I'll send y'all the picture after the drink.
I guess
exquisite. But next thing, real quick before we go, how y'all feel about Brooklyn signing everybody under the sun to try to beat LeBron James?
It's whack, man. It's whack, man. KD's a sucker, man.
But
KD's soft, man. KD's soft. Why? Okay.
But the players that they signed ain't as great as they once
it don't matter.
were.
Yeah, they names right now. Nobody can't.
Let's talk about
Aldridge and
KD is soft.
Blake Griffin.
Because
what?
Game 6, Game 7 against the Golden State Warriors.
Right.
Western Conference Finals.
Right. When he was at OKC.
In OKC.
Okay, I'm with you.
They had particularly good games. Could have closed them out. Game 6 or Game 7. Right?
Then you went to join the enemy.
Then the next season, he goes and joins the people that he could have beat.
The enemy.
A team that already won 73 games.
The enemy.
Why did that 73 team want him? Because they couldn't beat one person. They won 73 games and couldn't beat one person in the finals.
You hear that, Marie?
Hey, let's go get KD. Steph's a sucker for it. KD's a sucker for it. Clay just like, whatever. And want him there.
Only person I give credit in this, it was one Kyrie Irving. Remember when Brooklyn beat the Lakers maybe a month ago when they played?
Yeah.
And I think maybe one or two people wasn't in the game, whatever like that, for either Lakers or Brooklyn. And he was like, oh, no, I know we're going to see them again. And I want to make sure that they are 100% healthy when we play. Because I don't want nobody to hear no excuses. And this is before they started signing all these people. It was just him, Harden, and
okay, when it was just KD and Kyrie, fine. No problem. Like, everybody says LeBron brought orders upon the league.
If you try to slander that Harden signing after you yelled at me on one of these podcasts.
No.
You yelled at me about
you upset about the way he got there.
Professional was just bad.
Right. It is. Right. It is though.
Going there was bad. You know that.
That's why I said I'm cool with KD and Kyrie. Fine. Okay. Harden comes. 3 against 2. Okay. 3 against 2. Okay.
Were you only cool if it was LeBron and Wade? I didn't hear the same smoke when Chris.
No. That's see. Everybody talks about that. Everybody talks about that.
I'm the same.
Everybody talks about.
I'm talking about you.
Look at this. How long we been friends? How long we been friends?
You LeBron fan and my brother Tommy Ross. Y'all, I didn't hear the same energy when LeBron went there. It wasn't no.
Let me ask you a question. Question.
I didn't hear you say it was just LeBron and Wade. It's cool. Why you need Bosh? I didn't hear that.
Cool. Wait. How long we been friends? Huh?
28 years.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to college. We met in college, right? Yeah. Friends, best friends.
Yeah.
We all get to the league.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in the league for 5-6 years.
Right.
Different states, different teams. Right. We've been friends all this time now.
I know.
Opportunity comes, hey, we can play together. Which one of us is saying no?
True.
When Melo was the one that didn't come, that should have messed it all up. If it ain't gonna be all 4 of us, it shouldn't be none of us.
It's Melo's fault. Figure it out, B.
Melo took a guaranteed $84 million. I would have did the same thing.
Okay, bounce. Be chipless.
I'm chipless, but the boat's still big. The boat's still big. The square feet still got 5 digits.
It don't matter.
It do matter.
You think Melo wouldn't have got that money?
You know he missing a chip. You know it.
Melo got that money.
No. He missed the chip. Yeah, everybody missed the chip. I ain't never gonna say he missed the chip. Do I think he would have got the money? No, and this is why. He would have had to take pay cuts they'd have to take pay cuts to sign all them people. And Melo wasn't the most endorsable dude
for 2 years. For 2 years, they took pay cuts.
And they was there for 4, right? All of them were there for 4. No, they were there for 4. No, they lost the first one.
Yeah.
Lost the first one, won the middle 2, then lost the last one, right?
Yeah.
So I go get the difference would have been at least $20 million. Melo signed for a guarantee 89 or something with Denver. He wouldn't have been able to get 89 in Miami with Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey, that's on him, man. But if we're friends and we could have an opportunity to play together, we're going to play together, and that's just a natural thing.
Okay, so who's to say that Kyrie and what's name and James Harden weren't friends? James Harden and what's name played together, they were cool, right?
No.
Kyrie and why are you saying that? Kyrie and what's name were cool. Kyrie and KD were cool. So cool that they talked to each other about coming to play together. They talked to each other about coming to play together because they're like, hey man, we can't beat this guy over here in the East. In the West now. I don't think KD was like, I can't go to another team and beat him. I don't think KD felt that way.
KD's a sucker, man.
I don't think KD felt that way. Right or wrong. And I don't think Kyrie felt that way, right or wrong. I don't think that those two guys are scared of LeBron James. I think that they know what he can do, most definitely. Kyrie more than anybody, because he played with him. But I think Kyrie wants to beat him. Kyrie wants to be. Kyrie realized he's not the alpha that he thought he was. It's hard to do that at 6'1", 6'3".
I'm saying that he thought he was.
True.
Bron tried to tell him, "Hey, man, relax."
Mm-hmm. But let me tell you this with the LeBron Kyrie thing too. LeBron was always going to LA. Can we admit that? When he left Cleveland, he was always going to LA. I think he signed up to go that way and everything. What he wanted was everybody to stay intact in case I don't go. If I stay there in Cleveland, I'm still gonna have a team to play with. He didn't care what happened to them once he left. So Kyrie leaving Cleveland when he left was him trying to take control of his destiny. He knew that you're not gonna stick me here with Kevin Love and these niggas. No, I'm gonna try to go here. Now, he didn't know that Jason Tatum and them wasn't ready. And as good as they were, they ain't ready because they proven it this year. They ain't ready. They would kill themselves. They would cut off their potentially pinky fingers to have a healthy Kyrie Irving on their team right now. I love Kimba. Kyrie, an X factor when he right. And I honestly think that if they healthy, I got Brooklyn in 6 against the field. LA Lakers included.
They got a bunch of ring chasers over there now.
Definitely will be, like I put in the thread, that ring is definitely going to stink. It's going to be a stinking ring.
Like both of KD's.
Like both of KD's rings. Dirk rings is better. Or Dirk ring is better.
Way better.
Yeah, Dirk ring is better. San Antonio's ring against LeBron and them when they broke up the big three was better because they talked about them wanting LeBron and them all season. The time that they lost, that's all they talked about in public.
Right.
It ain't gonna be right unless we play Miami.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be right because we gotta play them. We gotta play them. And then when they got to the finals, well, this is who we wanted. We wanted them the whole time. Then they went and took care of business in 5. That's how I feel Brooklyn is feeling about the Lakers this year. I think that if they're healthy, I don't think that they're gonna let Alex Caruso and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope beat them. That's just me. I think LeBron gonna do his LeBron shit, probably average a triple-double. Probably should be named MVP because he's gonna be the best player in the joint. I think AD gonna do his AD joint. He might get hurt. I hope he don't, but I could definitely see that him missing a game in the finals. I just think that if Brooklyn is healthy going into the playoffs, not even the finals, I think if they're healthy going into the playoffs, they're gonna be so amped up to get a chance to play the Lakers that I don't see nobody in the West beating the Lakers. I think they're gonna bust the Lakers' ass, to be honest. And that's crazy for me saying that because I don't want them to win. Kyrie my favorite player in the league right now, but I don't want Brooklyn to win.
I hope they lose in the East.
Who's gonna beat them?
That's my disdain for them right now.
Nobody in the East gonna beat them.
Nobody, you should beat them. No,
son, nobody in the East gonna take them. Let me take it back. If Philly is 100% healthy, they can get 2 games from Brooklyn. Take them to 6, maybe even 7. Mm-hmm. I say 6 the most.
That'd be nice.
I think Milwaukee fraud Willies, Boston fraud Willies, Miami fraud Willies. Like I think Brooklyn run through all of them.
But you know what though? Without Harden, they're not that good.
Not that good is a little bit of a stretch. I put it this way: without Harden, they don't beat the Lakers. I give you that. To say they're not that good, I still think they come out the East easily. If Flat Earth and KD is healthy. So I'm gonna tell you, if Flat Earth is healthy, anybody gonna have a problem. I don't care who else Brooklyn got. He's the most unstoppable player in the league, and he's 6'3".
Yeah.
He can do anything you want from anywhere on the court. He don't need picks. He don't need nothing to do what he needs. He can get his own shot wherever he want to. He's the most unstoppable player in the league. And I defy anybody to show me somebody different. Even Harden. Harden might be a close second because he's definitely – I don't like his game, but god damn do we fill up that cups.
This game is incredible, man.
I seen him the other day. Who he gave 44 to the other night? And Kyrie wasn't playing. He gave somebody 41 loud points. And usually it's like he'll get 20 points off the line. Mm-hmm. It was like floaters, 3-pointers, little nasty old man at the wide game, finishes at the rim shit. I'm like, yo, he busting. I might have been Milwaukee. He busting y'all. Me and my son is sitting there watching that. And he's like, how many points Harden got? I'm like, he got to have like 35 right now. He was at like 41 at that time. I'm like, God damn.
But what I say is if Bron beat them,
he's the greatest of all time.
I might have to say that.
He's the greatest of all time.
Right.
He's the greatest of all time. And I won't say that, you know, if it ain't Mike, it's always Kareem for me, or one of those two.
Right.
If he beat Brooklyn with the team he got right now, I don't care. They can say whatever, AD, whatever. If he beat them with the team he got right now, greatest basketball player in the history of the NBA. Because there's no way the Lakers should beat Brooklyn.
No.
Not with the three.
No.
They got three. It's three MVP caliber players on that team. Two of them won it.
The only way it would be fair is like if the Lakers figured out a way to trade for Dame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Jimmy Butler.
Get Dame and CJ to come to the Lakers in the backcourt.
I would hate that shit. I mean, I even watch basketball.
Come on, the Lakers got two like JV players in the backcourt right now, man.
Which is why I said Brooklyn in 6. I think that, like I said, if they healthy and they don't like getting in foul trouble, none of that. If them 3 dudes is on the court, nobody's gonna be able to deal with it. Nobody. And you add the white boy that can shoot, Joe Harris, and you put DeAndre in there for rebounds and all that stuff. And then everybody else is like, yo. And it's not like LeBron and them got a crazy amount of offensive players that it'll hurt Brooklyn in defensively. Like Brooklyn ain't worried about David Caruso or Contavious Caldwell-Pope or Kyle Kuzma and them niggas. They're like, okay. We got 3 dudes on our team that can give you 40. Not 20. They can give you 40 at will.
We shall see.
Can't wait for the playoffs. Can't wait for the playoffs.
Yes. Should be good. And when that's
18, damn it.
And that said, we are finishing episode 18, man. We want to thank y'all. As always, we need y'all to continue to like, subscribe, comment, share. You know, we need to grow this thing, and it takes a village, and y'all are our village. So until next time, y'all, episode 19 coming next. Peace.
Peace.